look to move it in front into Sear on an offensive chance, but it's knocked away. Now at the point, here's Jackson. Jackson wheels it in front. Here's a chance for Smith. Save is made by Andriano. Rebound, they jam away, it's loose, and the puck is in, the red light is on, and they score. It looked like Andriano had the puck, but the referee says goal, and it's 1-0 Hawkesbury in the first.
I don't think the question was if Andriano had the puck, although it was sitting on his pads for a little bit, for maybe half a second or so. It was just if that puck had indeed gone in before Andriano was able to reach back and grab it. He had that post all sealed up, and the Hawkesbury Hawks started to shift behind the net. Andriano moved to follow him, but the Hawks took one last whack at it, and just enough daylight opened up that it was able to take a bounce off of Andriano and make its way into the net. Just over 12 minutes into this game, the Hawks strike first.
Puck is knocked ahead once again as Soracco tried to bound his way in, but he had the puck knocked off his stick. Set it in front. What a save! Rebound, they score! In his hometown, Eli Bularis ties the game at 1.
We'll take you back to that dump in by the Hawks. Andriano gloved it in, moved it right along. Ottawa flipped it through the neutral zone. We mentioned those quick transitions here on the smaller rink, and that was one of them. Soracco didn't have the puck, but he squeezed his way in through the D, made a great pass over to Bolaris. He had an assist in Ottawa's game in Castleman last year, his hometown, and now this year he has a goal, which is the second of his season.
And there's a long stretch pass ahead for Sear, who cuts in. Now Smith is just onside. Centers it, they score! What a play by the Hawks as Charles Levesque finishes it off. And not even a minute after the Senators tie the game, Hawkesbury's got the lead again, 2-1.
Well, Charles Levesque is a call-up for the Hawkesbury Hawks. He was their property beforehand. He topped a point a game at Bantam, Midget, and prep school. So he's a scorer, and he's a guy we heard about a little bit. Great finish there on the nice pass. Not too long on his stick at all. That real quick release to beat Ian Andriano to that side to find the opening and to put the Hawks back up ahead by 1.
Soracco fires, and that missed wide. Nahi Beaudry right on that in the left corner. Right off to the pitching defenseman. Up in the play, a shot, they score! Pardon me, that is Isaac Anderson from the line, recognizes the loose puck and ties the game at 2.
Third goal of the year for Isaac Anderson after a near miss by the junior Senators' Nahi Beaudry when he was just trying to turn around and get facing toward the goal, had it slip under him, but Ottawa didn't let that one shake them. They kept up on the forecheck. Anderson got a lucky bounce there coming out from the corner, found himself all alone and went high blocker on Jesse Michael to once again tie this game.
Off the face-off, Levesque wanted back to the line. It's fired around the boards. Took a weird bounce to the point, keeping that in. There's a shot, trickles through, they score! It's Julien Denicourt. A low shot, 5-hole on Andriano, just over the goal line, and we're tied at 3 again.
Denicourt now has goals in 3 straight games, 4 of his last 5. Coming after that scrum where the whistle was actually blown because Andriano knocked the net off, the Hawkesbury Hawks gained possession off the face-off, worked that around, and Denicourt rips one in. That's his 12th point of the year. 4 goals and 8 assists. May even be more if we missed one of the assists on the last one. So Denicourt, a real offensive generator from the Hawks blue line. And this one is tied up, as it has been so often here in Castleman.
Looking to create a chance for themselves. Here's Denicourt moving it aside. A shot, they score! It's Jonathan Sear, picks the corner with 5:06 to go. 4-3 Hawkesbury.
Bad read, a bad break there by Sean Rapplier as he, to build up a little bit of speed, you got to sometimes cut one way or cut the other way. Rapplier cut left to try to keep pace with Sear, just as Sear cut what would be to his left, our right. So Sear opened up a lot of space, and he was able to use that, ripped it high glove against Ian Andriano. And Jonathan Sear, their number 1 scorer, gets his team-leading 7th goal and his team-leading 17th point. Again, if we are missing something because we don't have the score sheet in front of us. But the Hawks now up late.
On the rush, cutting in is Sear. He's got one tonight, drops it off. Murphy goes across, Denicourt with a pad stop by Andriano. What a save. Reed Murphy now Looks to the front of the net, deals it to Sear instead. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Sear cross ice, they score! Levesque's second of the game. And with 2:06 to go, it's 5-3.
And his second of the game, much like his first, that cross seam pass. Everyone got drawn over here to the left, much like they had over to the last whistle, but unlike the last time, the puck was moved straight across, not up to the D. Levesque was in the right place. Andorano didn't really have much chance from there. He gave it a really good effort, lunging left to right. But it's really hard to beat out a pass like that when you're able to open up a seam like that.
5 seconds to go. Puck into the Hawkesbury end. Time is winding down. It's flipped up and down the ice, and that'll do it. The Hawkesbury Hawks, with some third period heroics, take this neutral site game by a final score of 5-3 over the Ottawa Junior Senators.
Hawks able to get that extra step, force that extra bounce, those extra turnovers. It was a tight game, and it came down to the last 6, 7, 8 minutes of the third period before Hawkesbury was just able to wrap in a couple of goals against the Junior Senators. A great back and forth game between these two interdivisional rivalries. Charles Levesque, I imagine, will get the first star with 2 goals on the evening. The youngster for the Hawkesbury Hawks, Julien Denicourt, will get credit for the eventual game winner, squeaking that through Ian Andriano. Well played game for both teams. The Hawks were just able to find, I don't even know if you can qualify it as an extra gear, extra half a gear, extra quarter of a gear. It's a tight game. Someone had to win it, and on this night it's the team in the white, blue, and green.
The new white, blue, and green as well, as they sport their new jerseys here in Castleman. We're going to bring in the man behind the camera for tonight's game now, as the third man of our broadcast team, Brendan Dumas, joins us in today's post game. And Brendan, what did you see in this one? Obviously, it was a very tight game, as we talked about all broadcast.
It really was, and the one thing, a really heartbreaking period for Jim Pearson. First, he had the whole equipment errors with his helmet, and then he had to go to the white helmet. The only, it looked like some European guy, the top goal scorer, wears the golden helmet.
I just mentioned that before.
Oh, no way. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And then missing that wide open net with it being tied 3-3, that's just heartbreaking. It was tough, and it really was the game changer right there. But it's one of those quick, fast plays, and it looks easy from behind the camera or up here, but in such a fast sport as hockey, it's always hard to try to bury it, no matter how open the net is.
It was a rolling puck. There were a lot of things going on with that play as well.
You want to think of it as, did the Junior Senators have a path to victory? Did they do the right things that would enable them to win, most of the games? Yes, I believe so. If a play or two went different, that would have swung things the Ottawa Junior Senators' way. They can, of course, make improvements. Don't have a lot of time to before their game tomorrow night in Brockville. And did the Hawkesbury Hawks have the path to victory? Yes, they did, as they obviously pulled off the victory here. They did not steal one. They did not fluke into a victory. The Hawkesbury Hawks played themselves a strong game, pressuring, swarming all over the Junior Senators. They pushed back. At the end of the game, again, I come back to this one. It was a tight checking game, and the Hawkesbury Hawks just ended up getting 2 more goals. I'm sorry, I can't sound more intelligent than that, but sometimes that's what it boils down to, eh?
Well, that's exactly right, and that's really what it did come down to. 2 really good teams competing hard on a great night of hockey.
Yeah, and just like you said, one of Hawkesbury's things they did all night is every time Ottawa scored, they were able to quickly bounce back. And whether it was a quick goal or very quality chances the other way, they just were the faster feet as soon as Ottawa was able to score, and it led to the victory in the end.